So guys, this is my old power bank and this is my new phone, and it charges very slow and it almost takes 3 to 4 hours to charge the phone. But the latest fast charging power banks can charge your phone in almost 1 hour. So here I've bought India's top 4 fast charging 10,000 mAh power banks, and I'm going to be doing some interesting tests with them. Like how much time it takes to charge an iPhone or an Android phone from this power bank, or how fast the power bank gets fully charged. And all our recommendations are completely unsponsored and we are not trying to promote any particular brand. And we have selected all these power banks on the basis of their top ratings and great reviews. And the brands of these power banks are Realme, Ambrain, OnePlus and MI. So if I talk about the design here, so with Realme, Ambrain, OnePlus, you get around 14 to 15 cm of height. But with MI here, you get just 9 cm of height. But if I talk about width here, with Realme, Ambrain and OnePlus, you get around 1.5 cm of width. But with MI, you will get 2.5 cm of width. And the plastic quality and finishing of all the power banks here are quite good. So if I talk about the weight, except MI, all the power banks are having around 220 grams of weight. But if I talk about MI, you get slightly lighter weight, which is around 200 grams, although it is not a big difference. And if I talk about the ports here, all the power banks comes here with a USB-C port, which you can use it for power input or output. And along with that, you also get a USB-A port with all the power banks, which you can use for the power output. बट यहाँ पे MI और OnePlus के साथ आपको एक एडिशनल पोर्ट भी मिलता है जिसको आप यूज कर सकते हैं मल्टीपल फोन्स को चार्ज करने के लिए. So let's talk about the most important factor here, which is the charging speed. So with Realme here, you get the fastest charging speed, which is around 30 watts of input and 30 watts of output. And with all the other power banks, you get around 18 to 22 watts of charging input and output, which is also a good charging speed. And with all the power banks here, you get 12 layers of security, which makes all the power banks quite safe to use. और अगर मैं प्राइसिंग की बात करूं तो Realme का प्राइस थोड़ा ज्यादा है क्योंकि उसके साथ आपको सबसे तेज चार्जिंग स्पीड मिलती है बाकी और पावर बैंक्स के मुकाबले. एंड इवन द MI power bank here is 400 to 500 rupees more expensive than the other power banks because it comes with a compact and lightweight design. But coming to Ambrain and OnePlus, they are quite budget friendly as they both are available in around 1000 rupees. So let's start our very first test here, which is Android phone charging test. So for doing this test, we have taken these 4 Android phones which we have discharged completely to zero, and we'll be charging these phones till 50% with all these power banks, and the battery of all the phones here is around 4500 mAh. So let's start the test here. So we are setting all the phones on a similar setting to get the best charging results. So let's check all the charging speeds after 5 minutes. So we can see here Realme is performing the fastest as it has charged the phone till 10% in just 5 minutes. And MI also is performing good, which has charged the phone around 7%. And if we talk about Ambrain and OnePlus, they have charged the phone at 5% and 3%. So let's continue the test. So after 15 minutes, we can see here Realme is still leading as it has charged the phone around 30%. And if we compare all the other power banks, they have charged their phones only around 15 to 16%. So let's continue the test from here and see which power bank charges the phone first till 50%. So now all the phones have charged till 50%, and we can see here Realme has performed the best as it has charged the phone only in 29 minutes. And if I talk about MI, OnePlus and Ambrain here, so they have all charged their phones in around 45 to 50 minutes, and which is also a good charging speed. So now let's start our next test, which is the iPhone charging test. And for this test, we have taken these 4 iPhone 12s and we have discharged them to completely zero. So now let's start the test. And here also we will check which power bank charges the iPhone fastest till 50%. And we can see here all the iPhones are charged till 50% here, and here all the power banks have performed quite well as they have all charged the iPhones till 50% under 30 minutes. So let's start our next test here, which is a power bank charging test. So after charging all the phones here, we also tested how much time it takes to fully charge a power bank here. And to do this test, we have taken this 18 watt MI charger and we'll be charging all the power banks with the 4 of them. So now let's start the test. So now let's check after 1 hour which power bank has charged how much. And we can see here Realme and Ambrain are having two lights on, which means it has charged till 50%, and here OnePlus and MI has only charged till 25%. So now let's check after 2 hours how much power banks have got charged. So we can see here 3 out of 4 lights have switched on for all the power banks. That means all the power banks have charged till 75%. So now let's continue the test here and see which power bank gets fully charged first. So we can see here Ambrain, OnePlus and MI took around 3 hours 40 minutes to get fully charged. And if I talk about Realme here, it has taken almost around 4 hours 4 minutes, which is around 20-25 minutes more than the other power banks, which is actually a minor difference. And during this test, we also checked the temperature of all the power banks while charging. And you can see here, the temperature of all the power banks was maintained below 40 degrees Celsius, which makes all the power banks quite safe to use. So after my personal observation from all this test, so you can see here all the power banks have performed quite good in all the tests. But you can choose them on the basis of your requirement. But here I would like to recommend Realme power bank if you're looking for an ultra fast charging speed, as it will take much less time to charge your phone than any other power bank. But if you're looking for a budget friendly option here, I would like to recommend Ambrain and OnePlus power banks, as they also perform good in all the tests and they come well under 1000 rupees. And I would like to recommend MI power bank here to those who are looking for a compact size power bank, as it is quite handy and lightweight in design. So guys, I hope you like this video, and if you don't want to miss any other interesting videos like this, don't forget to subscribe our channel. And if you guys have any doubts or interesting ideas, please let us know in the comments below. For fast iPhone chargers, check out the video here. And for some must-have iPhone accessories, check the video here.